Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining us once again. We are jumping into a new book, the book of Isaiah. Today, I'd like to give you a quick overview of what you're about to find as we journey together through the book of Isaiah. You see, the Bible has many important prophetic books. Isaiah is one of them. Why? It covers a long period of Israel's history. It covers before, during, and after the exile. It also offers a full range of God's prophetic message of judgment against Israel, followed by a comforting promise of hope. Isaiah speaks on behalf of God to the leaders of Jerusalem and Judea. Isaiah begins first with the message of judgment that was to come against them. He warns Israel's corrupt leaders that their rebellion against their covenant with God would come at a cost. That God was going to use the great nation of Assyria, and then after he would use Babylon to judge Jerusalem for their persistent idolatry. Then he brings the message of hope. Isaiah believed deeply that God would one day fulfill his covenant promise, that he would, one, send a king from David's line to establish God's kingdom. That was mentioned in 2 Samuel, I believe it was chapter 7. Then he would lead Israel into obedience. All of this was so that God's blessing and salvation would flow through every nation. And like he promised Abraham in Genesis 12, he would keep his promise. This hope was compelling Isaiah to speak out against the corruption and idolatry that Israel had in their history. The book seems a little complex in literature, but there's a simple way to see it and put it all together. And that is that chapters 1 through 39 can be broken down into 3 sections that develop the warning of the judgment. It also culminates an event and points everything to the end of chapter 39, where it begins to speak of the exile and the fall of Jerusalem. Now, the following chapters 40 through 66 mentions the message of hope that occurs after the exile. God's covenant promise of hope is then spoken about in this section of Isaiah. So, if you have not had the opportunity to read the first couple of chapters of Isaiah, I encourage you to go find your Bible and begin this journey into the message of judgment and hope that Israel was about to experience. I give you back your Friday. I hope you have a blessed evening, and we hope to see you on Sunday for service at 9 and 11 with breakfast and fellowship in between at 10:30. Have a blessed Friday evening.